KITT Industries 2000. My serial number is Alpha Delta 227529. I am the voice of KITT Industry 2000's microprocessor, KITT for easy reference.
Oh man, we're on part 2 of Trans Am. So got the car back from Texas Elite Collision, took it to this other cat I know, Felix. He's painted a couple of cars for me. He's only had the car for 2 days, and in the 2 days he completely sanded down the car and then completely repainted it, and now the car is about to be baked and then resanded.
Videobob.
So look at that, there he is.
How you doing, guys?
So here it is. The car's been completely repainted. They sanded. I came by yesterday, and I should have got video, but I didn't. But it was completely. Now look at this. There's already, I can see myself in it. Look. So they sanded the whole. They wet sanded the whole car, repainted it, put what, 2 layers of clear?
Three layers.
Yeah,
3 layers.
We didn't have time to do the engine bay, so don't worry about that. But now this is right. This is it's not dried yet. You know, it's got some imperfections we got to buff out, but it's already better than it was before. So this is post paint, no cutting, no polishing yet. It's got a couple little orange peels and runs, but it's going to get all buffed out. He's only had it since yesterday. So the other guy's had the car for 3 months. This guy's had it for 2 days. It's already laid up. It's already painted. So we'll be following up on this. I'll come back here tomorrow. You gonna be popping it tomorrow?
Yes, sir. We're gonna be doing that. Sir.
Yeah. Interior. And they painted the interior fenders. I said, can you paint the inside of the fenders so that when I open the door, it's not white? We removed this cover. So far, it's pretty good. I mean, you know, there's at least a reflection.
I had a lot of people from Videobob, from Dark Police, Dallas PD.
Oh, the police come by?
Yeah, Dark Police, Lieutenant, the Chief.
Was he tripping out over the car?
They love it. They said they love it, sir.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I'll stop by this video. Next thing you see, we're going to come back tomorrow and see how it's doing. Check out the car. Hard to tell, you know, it's outside. It's been raining on it a little bit, so it's hard to tell exactly. You know, you can't see what's going on with it, but it looks good. I mean, it's impossible to. It looks good so far. I mean, the spots that are dry look okay. It wasn't raining out here. A little bit of a cold, blustery day. I'm at Dallas Paint and Body, right off of 35, coming out of downtown Dallas. I've dealt with these guys before. They painted, back in 2011, they painted one of my yellow checker cabs. They painted an A-Team van for me. They painted my dually diesel truck. And they do a lot of weird cars and stuff here. So they just finished up the Night Rider, and in 2 days, 3 days, this is the 3rd day. So in 2 days, they sanded it down, repainted it, buffed and polished it. 3 days. And much, much better. They didn't like me in a warehouse. Not yet, anyway. You know, it's a little rainy and blistery out here, so, you know, you can't tell exactly what's going on. It's a lot better than the other one. The other shop. Well, yeah, the other shop was ridiculous. Yeah, they fixed what we need to fix, so... That elite collision. Elite collision. Buffed it out correctly. I think they're going to be all right. We got to get it back to the shop, get the hubcaps on it. A couple other little things. Yeah, we need to fix that one there. Those look nice. Wow. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Those are, dude, those are glossy. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're not going to achieve that at the shop. We got some gloss. We have gloss. Oh, they installed the wing and everything. The wing's installed. Yeah, they got this panel installed for us. They did all that for us. I'm guessing they put that lower piece on too, yeah. Oh, they did. Yeah, they put the lower, this little lower deal. It's been installed, kinda. It's gonna be fun. I don't know what I've got for defroster and whatnot in here and windshield wiperness. It's a little rainy. We gotta get going. But yeah, it's way better. This paint, this is the second paint job, as I mentioned, compared to the first one. Went through that huge debacle. I have the same problem with every paint shop I've ever dealt with in the last 10 years. You don't get the car back until it's like right before the deadline, and everything is rushed, right? You never have plenty of time. And every single time you go to pick up the car, it's always the exact same thing. The car is never like polished and shined up and waiting for you in a showroom with lights around it. Like, oh, here's your car. No, that's not how it shows. Every single time it's covered in dust or it's dirty. Like this time we went to pick up the car and it was out in the rain. Car is covered in rain. And of course it looks good wet. Every car looks good wet, right? So you can't see any of the imperfections in the car. Now, for the price I paid and the timeline it took to get the car done, I'm happy with the paint job. But when you're dealing with paint shops, you know, so many people give me the shoulda, coulda, woulda, you shoulda did this, I would have done that, you could have done this, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you open your own paint shop? Why don't you just paint it yourself? It's not that easy, as I explained in other videos. You know, the city is not gonna just grant you a certificate to start painting cars. You have to meet a ton of qualifications. And the city of Duncanville, where I'm at, is no longer issuing paint shop certifications. I could not open a body shop, paint shop if I wanted to. I can't paint in here. It's just not, I can't do it. And every paint shop that is around here, I go visit them and they go, well, I'm busy. I can get to it in 6 months. I can paint your car for $20,000. I can paint your $2,000 car for $20,000. You know what I mean? And then you go to places like Collision King and this kind of thing, those corporate deals. They only do insurance jobs. They don't do custom paint. They only paint like your Honda Accord that got hit in a, you know, it needs a plastic bumper and it was in a fender bender, right? So it's very difficult to get custom work done. And there's all this bravado. All these guys talk about, oh yeah, you should go to my guy, or oh yeah, I'm this great painter. It's so fantastic. And then you can't see the examples of their work because all they can do is show you a photograph. And it's like a Polaroid picture of some truck. You don't know what you're dealing with. Yeah, you really have no idea, just like these last guys. I mean, they had a huge paint shop facility. How do I know whether or not they have their stuff together? How am I supposed to know? So you just kind of have to gamble and take a chance, and then when you find a guy, stick with him. But so many of these people, they go out of business. They don't stay in business for long, or they're not doing that well in the first place. And so they're trying to do all the work themselves when it should be 5 guys working on the car. And then they have your car for 6 months. This is one of many Trans Ams that I've had a huge debacle with. I'm going to throw somebody under the bus right now. You know, I had a television show on the Reels channel. It was produced by AMS Pictures. These other guys that I know, they had a show on Velocity, also done by AMS Pictures. It was called Dallas Car Sharks. There was a guy on the show named JD, and he ran a thing called Third Gen Automotive. He was an expert in the third gen Camaro and Firebirds. And I knew him from being on the same studio. And he said, I'll fix one of these cars for you. And so I gave him a Trans Am. I gave him, he said he was going to paint the car and install an engine for me for $15,000. I gave him $7,500. He took the car. He had the car for over about a year and a half. And then he disappeared on me, wouldn't return my phone calls. Finally, I called the police and got them involved and blasted them on social media. And he finally gave me back my car, and he gave me back nothing but a stripped carcass, missing parts, without the motor, kept my money, and never did anything, right? This guy ripped me off for $7,500 in cash, gave me back a stripped car that now is like worse off than it was when he took it, and I never heard from him again. He's disappeared. So if you watch that show, Dallas Car Sharks, and you see that guy, well, that guy ripped me off. Still hasn't given me my money. Still trying to sue him. But what am I going to sue? The guy's broke. He lives in a trailer or something. So anyway, this is the stuff that I deal with on a daily basis. Even places that have established shops, you try to get business done with them. And they know that they can just take your money, rip you off, and there's not a lot you can do about it. So what am I going to do? That sounds good. Yeah. Yeah. It does sound good. What exhaust is that? Is that a Flowmaster? That was the Flowmaster? Yeah. Which is the one that had the Borla? That was the other one.
That's the one that's in the bay over there.
Now e-brake does work. Those are two straight pipe exhausts too. Look at them. You can see each cylinder puff. I don't think we've actually ever had it in the sunlight before. It looks great. It does sound like a beast. Last chance for pictures. What do you think? It sounds awesome. It does sound awesome. We've never had it in the sunlight actually. You got lots of nose clearance, so you shouldn't be hitting anything, but we'll keep an eye on you. Oh yeah, you got tons of room. That car sounds good. Yeah, I'd kill it and leave it in gear. And then hit that one main power button there. And then you need to turn that radio off as well. Yeah. So you hold down the little power button that's to the right of the silver knob.
Yeah, but doesn't that turn off with the switch in the back? We split the memory and the power so you can turn it off.
Yeah, but he's only going. He's like he doesn't need to kill all the power.
All right.
I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't think I've ever taken a key out.
Oh, really?
Oh,
there's that little lever. You got
Oh, there's a lever to turn the key
push
off.
that down and pull back and then turn back.
Yeah, that's the trigger.
I would just leave the key in there.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like
Yeah, it's
off
still
position.
key forward.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Well, no, if you pull it back, it's off.
Just one click, or you
Yeah,
got to
yeah.
push in the thing.
That's the way
You
it's
gotta
always
push the thing in.
been. Yeah.
Yeah, you can push it with your. What I do is use my middle finger and then use my index and thumb.
Yeah, I hate those
It's kind of a trick.
safety lock.
Oh, there it is. I
There
got
it is.
you. No.
No, I don't know. You have to play
Oh,
with
there
it.
it is. Got it. Okay.
Anyway,
Yeah, once you
turn
know,
that
you
middle
know.
console thing off. That there's a little switch
Console.
down below. Know that.
And then that one there's that
And then
white.
the radio, you got to turn the radio off. You got to hold the little button, little tiny button to the right of the round button. You'll see a little power switch, but down.
This one? No, that's band. Oh, there it is.
There it is. And you hold that till the light goes off. That's probably good. There you go. And then it's off. All right. Like I said, you're not going to be able to open that door. Just climb over. You just got to stand up in the thing. So what you want to do is carry a towel with you.
Yep.
And yeah, that's what I do.
And bring some water too, just in case you need to take a break.
No, I
Rehydrate.
put a towel in the seat so you can step on it and climb out. The T-top definitely helps. Where's it going to be? Michaela and AutoFest this weekend?
Yes.
All right. I'll post a thing where people can go see it. It's got plenty of clearance on this car, actually, you know.
Yeah, it does.
Roger. Don't call me Shirley. Oh, it didn't look too shabby outside in the sunlight. It looks pretty good. It's a good looking car. Sounded fantastic. The exhaust on this thing is just super rednecky. You know what I mean? That's one of those cars that just
Super rednecky.
yeah. You know what I mean? It sounded great. It just sounds great.
Yeah, it sounds good, man.
Yeah, dude. It's
Sounds like it's got a cam, maybe an RV cam or something.
It's got something in it because it's tight. I mean, dude, you cannot drive it without scratching gears on it. It was like going from first to second, it would peel out every time on that corner over there and go sideways. So, you know, it's not a super heavy car. So, it came out pretty awesome. Well, anyway, they're picking up the car. It's gonna be at the McAllen Auto Fest this weekend, and then Celebrity Fan Fest will own the car, and they're gonna have it at all their events, PMX events. They bought a bunch of cars from us. They got a DeLorean Time Machine and Ecto 1. So they're good customers of ours, and most of my customers are repeat customers, people who collect movie cars, you know. They really like the stuff that we build. And, you know, this was a debacle with this particular paint job. We're about to take in this other LS1 Knight Rider car back to these guys and have them paint it. And, you know, this is just part of what it is to build these cars, man. It's pretty hard to do everything yourself. We try to do everything ourselves. But being completely all-inclusive, you know, like a West Coast Customs, that's a big, tall task. Because it costs a lot of money. All right, well, anyway, hey guys, thanks for watching this video, and thanks for subscribing. If you haven't subscribed already, make sure to subscribe so that you can stay abreast of all the latest projects that we're working on. We've always got lots of cool movie cars and other cars that we're working on. And if you really like this channel, turn on your notifications. And the reason is because I do a lot of live videos, and if you want to be a part of the live video, you'll have to be notified or else you're gonna miss it. And the live videos let me do Q&As, and so if you want to ask me a question, I can answer it live and do things for you live. So we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff this year in 2020. I'm gonna be going to England, part of another big show that I'm working on. Got a couple of big projects, and of course, yes, we'll be working on the Rolls Royce. So, and the Yugo, we're gonna be restoring the Yugo, all kinds of projects. Anyway, see you guys on the next video, which will be coming up shortly. I'm Videobob.